Hello, and welcome to this slightly more advanced video tutorial on making memes. Now, don't worry, you don't need advanced skills for this video. Instead, we're going to go into a little bit more detail in a couple different programs that allow us a little bit more flexibility when we're making memes.
Alright, so let's get some memes first. So we can go into Google, and I've already picked out some memes, and I know in the previous video I said you can go to Reddit and find some meme templates, and you absolutely can, but just for like easy searching you can type in meme templates. If you know the name of the meme, I could type in like big brain meme template and it will either come up the Markiplier meme template or we will get the astral projection kind of different meme templates, and you can go. But I've just to show you how many different sites you can get meme templates from. This is from DeviantArt, and this is a meme template that I definitely want. I'm gonna save this image. This one's from ImageFlip, and I can just right click here and hit save image like I've been doing. And this last one is from Pinterest. Save image as, it'll save it as a JPEG, and that's all we really need to get started. So I've got all my images here in a folder. We've got the one that we downloaded in the how to make a meme video, and then all the other ones downloaded here. And I'm going to edit these in a couple of different programs so that you can see, how to do this. So I'm going to start with the 2-button meme. I'm just going to start in the simplest program that everybody has on a Windows computer. If I go down to open with, I have the option to open with Paint 3D, Photos, all that kind of stuff. So let's open it up with Paint. I can come down here to the bottom and zoom in a little bit so I can see. And this is a really simple meme. I'm just going to add text here. So I can come up to the text tool that's right here. It's an A, and it says text when you hover over it. And it's really hot where I am right now, so I'm just gonna do a meme that would be topical to the area. Click on it, and then have ASCII. Now I'll click over here, and the other option is have money. And I can bring that out a little bit so it sticks. And there's not really an easy way to move these once you've done them, so you just kind of want to move your mouse until you see the move symbol here, and then you can move them around a little bit, because like once I've clicked off of this, now it's on the photo and it just wants to make another. There's not an easy way to like click on it. So I mean, that's the simplest way to make a meme right there, is take it into Paint, and then you can write and draw on it. If I wanted to, I could do like the pen tool, black, and I could draw a little mustache on the dude. Because it's Paint.
But let's move on to a slightly more complicated program.
For those of you wanting a little bit more advanced image editing, you want a free option, you can go to GIMP.org, G-I-M-P, and you can download GIMP for free. It is definitely the go-to, just download directly. It is the go-to free image editing software. And if you've installed any kind of, program before on your computer, it's pretty straightforward. Just read all the stuff. And there's no hidden extra install things like you might get with some other stuff. So you just hit finish and then it's installed, then you can open it up. Now you can still do the same thing like we did with 2 buttons here, where you right click and we clicked, open in Paint. You can still do that. You can right click and open with, and then come down to GIMP. It's right here again. I want to do this a different way, so I'm going to type GIMP into the search bar. There it is, GIMP 2.10. And when GIMP opens, it may open up in this small little window over here. All you got to do is click maximize the window, and everything may look a little, you know, a little overwhelming, but just don't worry, we're going to walk through some stuff here. So go ahead and you can drag your picture right into GIMP. So if you're just, if it was over here, you know, you can drag in, or if this is maximized, just bring up your folder explorer and then drag and drop, and boom. Now, to make this a little bit easier to view, because memes are usually going to be very, very small images depending on where you get them from, we're going to go over here to view, go down to zoom. It says zoom 100%. The window is going to pop out. You're going to come down to fit image in window. If you do fill window, that's not going to show you the whole image. If I do fill window, see how some stuff's cut off here? So you're going to go to view, zoom, fit image in window. You'll notice here, if you go to back to view, you'll notice that the hotkey for that is Shift Control J. So if I were just zoomed in here and I did Shift Control J, it would fit the image to this window here. Now, this next meme that we're going to edit is, you kind of need to know what the meme is about a little bit ahead of time. It's not completely self-explanatory. So usually in this kind of meme, the brain's gonna ask, hey, are you awake? And she's gonna say, yes, I am now, you know, go back to sleep. And then the brain will say something that's gonna keep you up all night, because that's the whole thing behind it. So we're gonna say, hey, fix that. If your text is too small, you can Control A to select all, and then you can bring the text down until it is a decent size. You may want to do a return key here, which is just enter. If you're used to working in a word processor and you're wanting to center this, let's go ahead and hit Control A again to select all. You're gonna come over here to the left, and you can see down here, teeny tiny, you can see all of your margin editors. So you can do right justified, left justified, and you're centered, which is what we want. And we're gonna bring that font size down just a little bit. To be able to move this, I'm gonna come over here to the left. I'm gonna click on the move tool here. It's the very first tool in this selection here. That's gonna allow me to move this text around. So we got our brain saying, hey, you asleep? Of course, what are we gonna say over here? It's like, yes, go to bed, you know, go, shut up, something like that. Go here and find our text tool again. The text tool is the letter A. It's right here. Text tool, you'll see over there to the side, it says T. That means if I was in a different tool and I just hit T, it would automatically take me to the text tool. She's gonna say yes. Control A. Let's bring this down to like a 25. That's still a little bit big. Well, another way was bring the text over. That's the whole image. So we just moved the whole image. But something we can do is if we come over here, I'm gonna bring this out. You can manipulate these windows on the side by taking your mouse until you see this. It's kind of hard to get. Until you see those two arrows pop up, click on it and drag. That will allow you to drag this window out. And I'm gonna do the same thing for over here. just so I can see a little bit better. So I just dragged that image accidentally. I don't want to edit anything on the image. So what I can go ahead and do is I can click on the image in my layers over here. And it's kind of hard to see, and that mainly just because my laptop screen is a 4K screen, so everything's kind of like really small. But you see here where it says lock, there's 3 different things I can lock. I can lock the pixels, I can lock the position and size, and I can lock the alpha channel. With my background selected, I'm gonna lock its position and size. So now, if I've got the move tool selected, now I can't move the image accidentally, but I can still move my text layers if need be. So let's bring this out here so I can edit it a little bit. So let's edit this text a little bit more so it all fits in this little bubble here. So maybe I'll take out the word and put in an ampersand, and maybe I'll do something to the effect of that. And then how much more do I need? So it almost fits. So now I can just go back into the text tool, Control A. Now if you don't see your tools to be able to bring the font size down, you just got the text up a little bit too high, so you can bring that down. Go back into your text tool, and there it is. It's gonna be up top there. So Control A. Let's bring that down to a 15. Yeah. Back into the move tool. And another thing is, because everything that's not text is just transparent, and it's nothing. I can't select that. I can't move it. So you either want to grab the pixels, which is everything that's text. So like this ampersand is going to be the easiest thing for me to drag into there. Like, hey, you asleep? Yes, now shut up and go to sleep. And we got one more. What are we going to put in here? You know, something shocking that's going to keep her up all night. Or we could change it up. Let's go hit my text tool and type in, oh, because your alarm for work went off like 2 hours ago. And we'll just ignore the spelling mistakes. I'm going to bring that down to a 15 because that worked up there. So your alarm for work, return carriage, and return carriage there. And I should be able to move that, and I think that's gonna fit. Let's see. And we can just make some very minor adjustments. We can do for work return carriage, hit the delete key, add a space back, and then center that again, making sure we're clicking on text there. And there we go. It's like, hey, you asleep? Yes, now shut up and go to sleep. Oh, because your alarm for work went off like 2 hours ago. Boom. So now she's like, oh crap, I gotta get up. This is a different way of doing this meme, and I want to do another way of doing this meme as well to show you. You got to be creative. Whatever these images say to you, that's the meme that you're making. So let's, just by changing these words up, we've already made them, so we can select our text tool again, and already using the word box that we have in here, so I can Control A, select all this, and now the brain's gonna ask, did you lock the front door? And I want to do a return carriage there, select all. Now we have to bring this, so let's bring this all down to 15 just so they're all at the same amount. There we go. Did you lock the front door? And I'm going to change this up. She's still going to say yes, but now she's going to say, now leave me alone. And I'm going to do a return carriage there. Alone. And bring that over. Also, you'll notice if I'm off a pixel on here, see it's got that little no symbol saying no, you can't move it. But if I bring it here and that no symbol goes away, I can move it again. And now we're gonna do the punchline of the joke, because all memes are just jokes in image form. But did you lock the back door? Boing! Now she got to get up and go lock that back door. And then if you want to save this meme, all you need to do, you can go over to File, go down to Export As, and if you go over here to the side, you'll see that the hotkey for Export As is Shift-Control-E. Export As. Now up here up top where it says Name, that's where you're going to name it. So I'm going to name it, Did You Lock the Back Door? And you'll notice that it's going to save it as a .jpg. That's fine, that's what you want. You just hit export. Now, you don't have to worry about any of this for when you're making a meme. You just want it to save as the default quality of 90. All of these are totally fine. You don't have to worry, just hit export when it pops up. And then if we go back to our folder, you see we have our meme template, and then next to that, did you lock the back door? There's our meme right there, and now it's a picture.
Now I want to jump into something that's still in the same realm as GIMP, but let's get a little bit of variety in our programs here.
Alright, these next two photos we're going to edit in Photoshop for a couple of reasons. This first photo is not a PNG or a JPEG, it's a WebP. And WebPs are files that not everything can open. GIMP will open it, so if I right click open with GIMP, it will open up in GIMP and I can edit it there. But we're going to open it in Photoshop for this one. We can just come down here to the Windows key, and Photoshop, if you have it, is usually pretty close up here because it's going to be under the Adobe file, so you don't have to scroll very far to access Photoshop at all. Now, like every other program that we've dealt with, we can just go into our file and just drag and drop our photo right into Photoshop. And same thing again, we're gonna go to View. It's a little bit easier to find this time. We're gonna go down to Fit on Screen, which you see there is Control 0. And there we go. Now, this meme is kind of like a ranking meme. You can see this is SpongeBob. SpongeBob's he's a little smooth boy. He's a little training up a little bit. He's got some muscles. He's really going at it. And then he's hulking SpongeBob. So it's like kind of like a ranking thing. Things that get better. You want to put something in the white image that relates to, the image over here. And a great way to make memes and share memes and everything is to make memes about the industry that you're in, right? So I'm gonna grab some images here that I've downloaded, and we're just going to, and these are all images of editing software that either I use or others use, and we're just gonna like make fun of them. And there's a couple of different things that we can learn in Photoshop here. So I'm gonna look for, this is, and you just drag and drop, and here's what's important in Photoshop. I think it's probably the same in GIMP too. In Photoshop, you drag and drop right on the image, it's gonna bring it in on the image. If you drag it in up here, it's gonna open it in a new window. So I'm gonna exit out of that, and we're gonna go and we're going to drop it onto the image. Now we can just drag the image right there and hit commit, and there it is. Now this image has a little bit different white than this image here, so I'm going to select the move tool. It's the very first tool up here. Again, it looks just like the tool in GIMP, and I'm going to click on it, and you'll see down here it says remove background. I'm going to click remove background. Give it a second, let it think, and what it has done is it has removed, if I were to hide this back tool, you see it's just that triangle now. It got rid of the white square that was around it. So now let's move on to the next one. Which, what else did I get? Oh, here's Final Cut Pro. We'll put Final Cut Pro in there, and I can take these points and I can push them in, make it fit, and if I hit commit, that white's not so bad, so I don't have to remove the background on that one. Now what else we got? Let's look at the other things. I think I've got resolve in here. We'll bring resolve in there next. That's mid-range in my opinion. You know, it's an okay editor, right? So, and we'll go ahead and commit, and we'll go ahead and remove the background on resolve just to be safe. You can't really tell. I really didn't have to do that at all. We got 2 more images. What else we got in here? We got, all right, I'm gonna put Adobe next. This is what I use. This is what Photoshop is Adobe, but this is Premiere Pro. This is the video editing software. And I'll hit commit. You can also hit enter if you want to. And this is kind of what everybody agrees is like the big daddy of all video editing programs. This is Avid. This is Avid Media Composer, and that's what movies and everything are made on. If it was me, I'd put Premiere down here, but this is like, you know, this is like a meme that everybody in the industry can like understand and agree with. I can use the arrow keys to get a little bit more finer moving. I'm using the arrow, so I can go left right now. I can just hold down the arrow key, and then I can go right. I can go up and down. But I have guides here that will help me snap, and then 1, 2, 3 on the up, and get a little bit more precision out of it. And there we go. That's the meme pretty much. Now if I want to save this, same thing again, but it's a little bit easier in Photoshop to see what you're doing here. So if I go to File, I go to Export. I can either do an export, which is going to bring up this menu here with a lot of stuff that we don't really need right now. So I am just going to go to File, go to Export, and I can do to Quick Export as PNG. And then it's going to come up. I'll tell it where I want to save it, and then SpongeBob editing list, and then hit enter. Now, if you wanted to save this as a JPEG, for some reason you can't upload a PNG or whatever else, we're going to want to go to File, go to Export, and go to Export As like we were before. Over here under File Settings where it says Format, this down arrow, you're just going to change that from PNG to JPG. That's JPEG. You don't have to mess with any of these other things, then just hit Export, name it, save it, there you go. Alright, I've got one more meme I want to edit here in Photoshop, and again, if I were to drag this in and drop this here, this is going to drop this right on top of the SpongeBob meme. I don't want to do that. I can hit cancel down here. So when I drag and drop this in, I want to drag it up here where this gray is, not out here. That's going to drop it down here too. Up here, right next to this little area here. I'm going to drop it in there, and boom, there we go. Now, I only want to use a certain part of this meme. See how this meme can go on? I can upgrade, go back. I said go back. I only want to use this meme probably right up to here. So I don't need all this other stuff. You can do something funny with this if you want, if you're creative enough, but I want to show you that you can download a meme template like this and use it up to whatever point you want. So if I go over here to the crop tool, you'll see that it says crop tool C. So if I just hit C on the keyboard, this is all going to change to my crop tool now. And I'm just going to bring this up to... Now, when you select the crop tool, it'll probably be set to original orientation over here. You want to hit this down arrow and you want to do W times H times resolution. That's width times height times resolution. That's just going to allow you to edit this separately from the different directions. If you were to have it on original ratio, it's going to keep this aspect ratio when you crop it, which is important for photos and stuff. You may need that, you know, at some point. But for now, we're going to go to the second option, WH resolution, and I'm just going to crop this to right there. That's where I want it. Yes. And then, of course, as always, I'm going to go to View and Fit on Screen to like edit it. Now, this is another text meme that I'm going to do, so I'll show you doing text in Photoshop. Now, like every other tool that we've been using, we're looking for a letter. This time it's T. It's not the A like it was in GIMP and Paint. It's the T, and if we hover over it, we say horizontal type tool. And we see here that T is the shortcut for it. So I'm just going to hit T to bring up the text tool. Now I'm in the text tool, and now I'm going to just write out my meme. So I'm going to do, how many do I have here? I'm going to start from here, which is the thing that I want to go back from. So I'm going to do CC 2018. And let me change the text color to be black. I didn't have it selected there, so I want to Control A. It's selected. And this is a font that I was using from something else. I'm just going to do like a impact. Do impact regular. Totally fine. And we're going to make this 72 is too much. 60 is probably just right. Get the move tool, and then boom. So now I can fill out my meme. So up here I'll put DS6, and here Creative Cloud 2017, Creative Cloud 2019, and then Creative Cloud 2020. And now I can move these and kind of line these up so that they work and they look good. Actually, I can nope, see, all right, so I'm going to select the background here, and here's this lock icon right here. I'm going to click that, and now I can't accidentally So if I were to, so now what I can do is I can click and drag over all of the text, and over here it says align, so I can align them all, and then I can use the arrow keys to kind of bring them in where I want them. In 2017 is a little high up, so I can hit the down arrow until I'm happy with where it is. I'll hit the, there we go. And this is just a meme. This is just about the different releases of Adobe Premiere. They had CS6 and they upgraded to Creative Cloud 2017, which was great. Lots of fun. Loved it. And then Creative Cloud 2018 was an absolute nightmare. Creative Cloud 2019 was okay, and then it just kind of, it didn't get good again until we hit 2022, honestly. So that's just a little meme about Adobe there. We go to File and Export, and then Quick Export, and then boom. While we're here, let's also check out what we can make in Adobe Express, since that's something that we mentioned in the last video. And actually, if we go up here to Create right next to Adobe Express and go all the way down under the Social Media tab, you see we've already got meme selected here. So we're going to go ahead and click Design Your Meme Now. And when it comes up here, you've got meme already typed into your templates here, and you'll see there's hundreds of already made templates formatted for a bunch of different memes. I have one that I already kind of like. I really like these brain memes, these you know, thinking big brain kind of cosmic memes. I'm just gonna hit add to page, and now it's got me set up here with these two pictures, these two text boxes, and these are lines here, vertical and horizontal lines. So it says, watching a 3-hour movie gives me a headache. Watching 3 seasons of a show, it's like, yeah, I can do that. And that's just, you know, making fun of binge watching shows on like Netflix or whatever else. So let's take this template and let's make it into a more custom meme just for us. So what gives us a headache up here? Let's think about that. We're gonna do, so we're gonna click on the box here, and all of our text options for styles and different things are gonna click up here. If you double click, you'll see that you're able to edit the text. So you can just go ahead and start typing with your keyboard. So the first part of the meme is gonna be making memes in MSpaint. Oop. And same thing here, we're gonna click down here on this box. If we double click, we can edit in it. Double clicking in the box. Second part of the meme is, and the only thing that I really want to do, I don't want to add any effects, although I could add shadow to it if I wanted to, but that's not in a bunch of different shadow effects, but that's not really necessary for a meme like this. So the only thing that I really want to do is realign these, and what I love about Adobe Express is it has the same kind of guides that Photoshop does, so I can guide and snap to the words up top, and if I bring it up, it will tell me that I am now centered with the picture and centered with the text up top. I can do the same thing up here. This will keep me centered with, and if I come off of it, if I give it enough force, it will come off of it, but I just get, it'll guide me back into it, and I bring it up until boom. Now, all of my text is centered with each other and with the pictures next to it as well. And now I'm done. I can, get this meme. I can either, share it directly to a social media platform, or if I hit download, I can choose whether I want it to be a PNG or a JPEG. JPEG is perfectly fine for this meme. Hit download. It's gonna start downloading it and generating it, and there it is in my downloads, and I can upload it to whatever social media platform that I want to next.
Well, that's it for this video. I'd like to thank you for hanging around until the end, and since you're still here, please subscribe to the channel. That'll help us make a lot more videos in the future. If there's something you didn't understand in the video, please tell us about it in the comment section below, and of course the like and dislike button really help us figure out how we did with the video. And make sure and see what other videos we have for you. You might just find what you're looking for on the end card of this video.